Hello, 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 hello. Hopefully, all of you can hear me just fine. This is a brand new platform, so let me know if there are any issues that you guys are experiencing, if you can hear me all right. I have not been able to fully connect my microphone, but this is really cool, right? I'll let you know, kind of explain a little bit of this new platform. This is going to be a radio, kind of like a hybrid between a radio show and a podcast. So you will be able to call in live. How cool is that? I'm not sure what it looks like on a desktop, but I know that if you are signed in on your phone, there should be a button to call in. So just keep that in mind. I think you should be able to actually call the number as well. You'll see on the screen. And then it also says text this number for notifications. Basically, what that means is if you text that number, which is my dedicated radio number, then you get to have notifications come in while I am live. So just be aware of that. Super cool. You will get a text notification every time I'm live on this platform. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this once a week. I really hope so because I love hearing from you guys. So yeah, so just kind of be aware of that. I'm gonna try and yeah, I'm not sure if you can call in from all over the world. I really don't know the platform too well. Let's see if I can. I can also add callers too, which is really awesome. I've now opened up the fan line. All right. So once again, if you're on your phone, you should see the fan line open, so I can actually accept calls. I have lots to talk about, but I do want to just kind of talk to you guys. Just want to see if you're interested in just chatting or asking me a question, just in general. Keep your questions pretty open so that everyone can benefit from them. So let's see. We've got our first caller. This is so interesting. I'm so excited. Let's see who's on the line. Hello. Oh, if you can mute the video, that would be great. Who do I have on the line here?
Hello, my name's Nathan.
Hi, Nathan.
So, I had a little bit of a question. I feel like it's kind of general
Yep.
to a lot of people now. I personally have a lot of time or a hard time, feeling energies, whether it be picking up a crystal or
Yeah.
meeting spirit guides or what have you, anything at all like that. So I was wondering, how I could possibly work towards that more,
Mm-hmm.
and sense things, like
Yeah.
feel things.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So, feeling energies and feeling other dimensions really starts with feeling and being in tune with your own emotional vibrations, right? So, I can already pick up from you that you are more of a logical, analytical, knowledge based type of individual who loves to kind of
Yeah, yeah.
seek out the problems in life to bring solutions to them. So, typically, you are more in the thinking sort of mindset. So you are more
Mhm.
focused on analyzing and gaining access to knowledge. So that means that you just naturally, based on who you are, can be a little bit cut off from your own emotions. So, like I said, I mean, trying to tap into, the eighth dimension and feel what your spirit guides are trying to tell you is going to
Yeah.
be, far, far off from just starting with tapping into yourself at emotional,
Mhm.
energetic level in the third dimension. So, what I recommend for you is anytime that you are faced with a decision, which we are all faced with multiple times, even thousands of times per day, I want you to ask yourself, instead of how do I or what do I think about this? I really want you to ask yourself, how do I feel about this? So, a really good example is in the morning
Mm.
when you're about to get dressed, even in quarantine, even if what you're getting dressed in is sweatpants, all right? I
Yeah,
want
yeah.
you to ask yourself, Not like, oh, just throw on whatever, autopilot. I really want you to deep dive, and I really want you to, feel it out. What do I feel? How do I
Okay.
feel about this these sweatpants? And
Yeah.
and connect with your world with an emotional lens rather than just an analytical thinking lens. And that's going to help you connect with crystals and spirit guides and energies and vibrations. Connect with yourself first at that level. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much. That's actually I understand that a little bit more
Yeah.
now. So thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Nathan. Have a good
Yes.
day.
Much love. Have a good day.
Thanks. Oh, so cool. That was my first caller. I'm so excited. This is so much fun. All right, let's take another caller. Hello.
Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. How are you? Who do I have on?
Hi, yeah, my name is Emily. I'm here in San Diego, California.
Awesome. Love San Diego vibes. Do you have a question, or are you struggling with anything in your life right now?
Um, yes. So, I have this question that I kind of want to ask about, like sleepwalking and like quantum physics, and
Mhm.
maybe if anyone else experienced something similar to what I have experienced.
Yeah, for sure. So, what exactly have you been experiencing? Just the sleepwalking or anything else?
So ever since I could walk, around 2 or 3 years old, I have always slept walk and
Okay.
was able to lucid dream and remember my dreams vividly.
Hmm.
Like I'd wake up and be able to tell my parents, so just like detail by detail, and they were like so concerned because I was having these very adult like dreams,
Hmm.
and I would wake up sometimes and I would feel like I was in slow-mo,
Mm.
like I was just encased in like sand or cement,
Yeah.
and the world around me was going at normal speed, but everything I did felt forced, and like I was kind of like pushing through like the dense energy.
Hmm.
And other times it felt like I was like super light
Hmm.
and at a very like high density or
Yeah.
um yeah, and I could like the environment around me was still moving at like natural pace, but I like was not. And I'm just like curious, like maybe what is that, and has other people experienced something similar?
Yeah, for sure. So if you're listening to this broadcast right now, I definitely recommend you comment in the little comment stream below, and let us know. Have you also experienced, really vivid dreams, weird, lucid dreaming, feeling really dense in your dreams, feeling really light, or sleepwalking? So I have something that I want to say about that, Emily, which is what it seems like to me is the veil between this waking physical third dimension reality and say the other reality, right, the more astral, energetic, vibrational reality. That veil for you is very thin. So that is a pretty good indication that you are an old soul, that you actually probably spend more time even in your waking life in the astral realm. You probably tend to be out of body more often. um, so,
Yeah,
which is fine,
yeah.
right? Which is totally fine. I mean, eventually, if you are out of body too much, it's going to have adverse effects on your life, but that's okay. So the veil for you is very thin. And typically, when I see people sleepwalking, I used to sleepwalk all the time myself as a kid. Don't do it anymore, luckily, or else I'd be probably going on a little adventure. um, but yeah, so basically, it just means that that veil is very thin for you, and those two realities and those two realms overlap. So I just want to let you know, and it's just a bit of information that's coming through to me for you, which is um, most of your life, because of protection, because of defense mechanisms, I wouldn't be surprised that most of your life you have chosen, as this cosmic being, as this soul in a body, you've chosen to be very out of body. very often, just to
Yeah.
basically protect yourself from this realm because it's been too overwhelming for you because you're an empath, right? Now that
Yeah.
you're waking up and you're consciously aware of this alternate state of being, now you can integrate both states of being from both sides of the veil together, and you can start to have full control over it. You've always been in both realms, but you haven't had full control. The next step for you, the next level for you, and for anyone else who has dealt with you know um, dealt with these things, is really harnessing those abilities and having full control over the astral realm in your waking life. So what I would recommend for you
Right.
as far as the next step is astral traveling and astral projecting in meditation, right? See where you can go in the astral realm. It's easy for you to get out of your body, but it's difficult for you to be aware of where you're going when you are out of your body, when you're in waking. So that's going to be the next step for
Yeah.
you, is having that full control and integrating both realms and both sides simultaneously. Okay.
Okay. And then I had one question about so I watched your video recently on the lost soul syndrome, and
Yep.
one of the things that I have experienced the majority of my life is I don't connect with my body. Like, I am the most clumsy person like I've ever known.
Yeah.
And I just am not able to even dance properly, or just like I really have to think really hard to control my body. And it's caused like a lot of problems for
Yeah.
me, because I disconnect from reality entirely, and
Yeah.
I just get caught up in the negative entanglement
Yeah.
of my life.
Yep.
And like
Totally.
learning to kind of unentangle myself and connecting with my body has been the most difficult thing to do.
Absolutely. So I'll give you a little bit of advice here. And for anyone else who feels out of body or quite clumsy, or you have a lot of accidents, my wife is, oh my goodness, she is definitely one of the all over the place kind of person, in a beautiful way, And so what I would recommend for you, I also want to mention too, because you have a hard time being in your body and then that results in some clumsiness, because you have a hard time with that, most likely you swing over to the other extreme, which is, it's almost like a subconscious realignment. Well, if I can't connect with my body, if I can't connect with my physical body, then I'm just going to fully connect with my emotions. So instead of connecting with your physical, you connect with everything else, with all of your emotions, right? So yeah, so just kind of being
Yeah.
aware of that. And what I recommend is just any and all grounding practices, right? Just like I was recommending to Nathan that he really focus on his emotions, you need to really focus on just being in your body. So having crystals around you that help you ground, having grounding practices of feeling roots of trees growing from the bottoms of your feet. Those are all like anything that you can do to ground, even essential oils. My favorite grounding essential oils, vetiver, putting that at the bottoms of your feet, just really focusing on being present, being human, being in your body. And that's going to really help. Okay.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Makes perfect sense. It
Yeah.
clicked as soon as you said it. So.
Awesome. Good.
All
Thank you
right.
so much, Emily.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, guys. You're able to super chat too if you resonate with this content and you resonate even with this platform. So thank you, Sheila, for that beautiful super chat and donation. You guys are great, and yeah, this is so much fun. I love talking to you guys. I'm definitely going to be doing this once a week. Hopefully, my schedule, clears up a little bit so I can do this far more often. But I'm really loving, really digging this platform. Once again, I just want to remind all of you that the fan line is open, so you can call 205-525-9262. Look at me, I'm already a radio host. This is great. Also, you can text that number. That is going to be my dedicated number moving forward. That is not my personal cell phone number, so you cannot get a hold of me that way. So you can try, but it won't happen. So yeah, so You can also text that number and you will get notified via text every time I go live. I mean, how cool is that? We just got another super chat. Thank you so much, Joy, for that beautiful super chat. That's fantastic. Yeah, okay, let's take another caller. This is exciting. All right, let's see who else is on the line here. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Who do I have on the line?
Hi. This is Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. Are you struggling with anything? Do you have any questions?
I just have a general question.
Yep.
Like, what do my spirit guides want me to know right now? And like, as far as getting more in tune with my spiritual gifts.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not channeling live on the air just because
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to conserve my energy, but
Okay.
I will definitely give you some advice here. So
Yeah.
you've tried to connect to your spirit guides. What have you found like your biggest struggle? Like, do you just not hear them? Do you not feel anything? Like, what's your biggest struggle in trying to connect to your spiritual side?
As far as like with my third eye, I feel like is
Okay.
more like trying to develop that more.
Absolutely, yeah. So definitely thinking about doing things that align harmonically to you. And even just
Okay.
as I'm talking to you, I am feeling your vibration. And it feels like you're kind of stuck, is the word that I would use. And you're kind of in this place where even if you do something that you enjoy, you still doubt yourself in doing it, right? And
Yeah, I
so
do.
if
Yeah.
you're not in full harmonic alignment with your life and everything that you're choosing to do, you're not going to be able to raise your vibration high enough to be able to tap into your spiritual gifts and abilities. And if you ask a lot of people who are awakening and ascending, and obviously I think a lot of people listening right now will feel the same thing, when you start to awaken and you start to ascend, it's usually in those times when you're not even trying to tap into your spiritual abilities, when it just happens. All of a sudden,
Okay.
you're chilling, you're watching TV,
Right.
and you have this profound moment, right? So,
Yeah.
the biggest thing that I would recommend for you to really tune into is, are you in harmony, and do you love yourself in every moment of your day and the expression that you have in every moment? And maybe it's like every time you hang out with a family member, you feel exhausted. So then why are you
Right.
continuing to hang out with that family member? So once again, some of the advice that I've given today in this live broadcast is, don't go from 0 to 150 and then get disappointed that you can't get to 150 because you're still on step number
Yeah.
1, right? So all of
Right.
your
Right.
psychic and spiritual abilities are going to be coming to you. That's easy. That's naturally who you are. You're naturally a soul. You're naturally tuned into the universe. You're naturally psychic. That doesn't need any extra effort. What does need
Okay.
effort is you feeling good about yourself and aligned and comfortable and harmonic and fucking like a badass like you are, so that you can tackle the world and feel really content from moment to moment. And in that place of contentment and letting go of the resistance that you have to just being here, you're all of a sudden going to feel a lot of psychic and spiritual gifts coming to you just naturally without effort.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank
Yeah.
you. That really makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. You're welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much, Living Dead Girl. Fantastic. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you for all my callers. You guys are amazing. I'm loving this new broadcast. Um, what else? We've got a question here from Maria just in the live chat, and you're asking, how do you call while on the same device as the broadcast? That's a really good question. If you're on your phone, there should be a call button, and it should literally just mute the background, and then you should be able to call in. I don't know. I really think that I think that should be fine. If that makes sense. Yeah, so you should be able to just call right from your phone. If not, if you're on your computer or you're on your TV listening to this, you will have to mute the broadcast in the background in order to pick up the call, or else we're going to get a bit of a reverb in the background. Oh, thank you so much, Ziva, for that beautiful super chat. That's amazing. Oh, thank you. Really appreciate that. I love all the explosions. This is fantastic. The little confetti that comes down. Once again, everyone, you can text this number, 505, or sorry, 205 525 9262. I'm loving all the fives and the twos in there. You can text this number to get automatic updates and text message notifications of when I'm going to be live and doing this moving forward, which I think is an incredible feature. And thank you so much, Shannon, for that beautiful super chat. That's fantastic. Yeah, and then call in. So we've got 21 callers on the line. Let's see who we've got up next. Take another caller. Also, this number should be, even though I think it's an American number, it should be open internationally. I don't think there should be any issues, and you guys shouldn't be paying for calling into that number. I'm not sure for completely, but yeah. So you should be no issues calling that number from another country. Just keep that in mind. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Who do I have on the call?
Hi, this is Whitney.
Hi, Whitney. Do you have any questions or issues or stuff going on in your life?
Well, yeah, I wanted to say thank you. Your negative entities video was really vital for me. Helped me so much.
Yeah.
I just kind of started waking up on 11/11/19, so this is all very new to me. And I've had so many like really scary attacks, like kind of constantly.
Okay.
And so that just really helped me a lot. But my question is, I don't know really how to ask this. What is the separation between mediumship, I guess, and channeling? It seems like really strong mediums are kind of just completely unaware.
Yeah.
Can you explain how that why there's that separation?
Yeah, for sure. That's a great question. It's so funny. I was just talking to my friend yesterday about this. And I was telling her about an experience that I had in a group session last week. And it was this woman who wanted me to tap into her dad. And so I tap into him, and he's crossed over. He's on the other side. And it's funny because most people, even most of my friends, don't know that I'm also a medium. I do mediumship, right? And I don't know, it's just probably not my most predominant gift. So I tapped in this person's loved one, her father, on the other side, and I said, he's mentioning a watch, right? He's saying that he has a watch. Do you have a watch of his? And this client of mine, she's like, oh yes, yeah, I have his watch. And I said, is the watch away? Like, is the watch like in a closet or a drawer or something? Like, he really wants it out. Like, he really wants you to put it on the dresser. Like, he wants to be remembered. And she starts crying, and she's like, oh my goodness, I'll put it out, And then I said, what's with mothballs, right? It was just the most random thing. But this her father on the other side was mentioning these mothballs. And so I said, is there something with moths or mothballs? And she starts laughing, and she's like, oh yeah, he had this sweater that was completely eaten up by moths, and he insisted on wearing it every Thanksgiving, and everyone, laughed at this moth-eaten sweater or whatever. And so it was a beautiful, experience. And so I was explaining this to my friend that I've had mediumship abilities. Those are the first abilities that came to me when I was a child. I was able to tap into ghosts and spirits, and I would see my friend's grandfather walking around and thinking that he was just over there visiting. And so part of my frustration that you pinpointed exactly is most mediums who do mediumship work, and for those of you who don't know, mediumship work is just tapping into basically people who have passed on, right, crossed over. And so most mediums, all they do is mediumship stuff, right? And they're just so solid in their mediumship. And for me, it's like, well, why stop there? Why only do mediumship? or oracle card readers and tarot card readers. Why stop there? If you have that gift, why not know it all? Why not experience it all? Why limit yourself to just one experience or another? And so that's what I find. I really find that mediums in general, they just want to hone in on that one gift. But it's like, if you can talk to spirits in the fourth dimension, why not talk to aliens in the eighth dimension? Why limit yourself? So I really believe that everyone has the gift of mediumship. Everyone has the gift of psychic. Everyone has the gift of clairvoyancy. I truly, truly believe everyone is so gifted. And what I would recommend to everyone is, don't stop at Reiki. Don't stop at yoga. Don't stop at energy healing. Don't stop yourself from experiencing everything that the astral realm has to offer. Okay. So that's kind of like my understanding and comparison between the two realms. They don't have to be separate. And I think it's very traditional and very limited, the fact that they are separate. And I do want to mention one more thing, just to you in particular, which is, you've been struggling, you've opened yourself up, but you've opened yourself up, and now you're getting a lot of psychic attacks, right? And I just want to mention that is very normal. That is very okay, when you start to open yourself up. But just like I mentioned earlier on in this call, you can't expect yourself to go from 0 to 150. And unfortunately, what you've done is you've literally gone from 0 to 150. And because you don't know how to fully protect yourself or control yourself in the astral realms and heightening your vibration, you're very almost like innocent and open and naive in that space. And you're basically attracting these manipulations from the dark side. So, what I recommend is, when you do open yourself up, into these other realms, it's really important that you do it in a very controlled setting, rather than right before bed. This is what my wife used to do all the time. She's like, in the morning, she would be like, oh yeah, I was talking to some beings last night. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, yeah, I just asked anyone to connect with me. I'm like, what? No. Don't just open up the energy field and open up a freaking portal above our bed and say, well, anyone that wants to connect. It's like opening up the portal in a Ouija board and saying, well, any being who just wants to move this thing. You're going to attract negative entities, because they know that you don't know what you're doing, right? So be very intentional when you do open your third eye and when you start to access your spiritual gifts and abilities. And that is going to profoundly help you navigating these other astral realms. Okay.
Okay. I don't think I intentionally do any of those things, though.
You're just raising your frequency and you're just getting attacked.
I don't really know how to explain it. I think that one of my abilities is kind of that I am a portal.
Yeah,
That I
absolutely.
somehow act as a portal. Like I said, I had no idea about any of this until November of last year, but I've always been extremely aware of the paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of this stuff is happening. Like I'm not seeking it out.
Right. Okay, so once again, I still highly recommend being more intentional. If you are the portal, which is also a spiritual gift that people have, if you feel like you are the actual portal, then you need to be really intentional about everything, all of your thoughts, even sitting down to meditate, even making food for yourself. Just be very intentional, because if you are the portal, all it means is that you are able to what is it called, like, enhance the vibration that you are, right? That's all portals and vortexes do. They enhance vibration. So if you're feeling very negative in a portal, that portal will enhance that negativity, right? So everything is going to feel more intense for you. So just once again, I really recommend grounding yourself a little bit more, being more intentional in moment to moment, and that's going to really help. Okay.
Thank you so much. And I did do an appointment with Sharma, so I
Oh,
appreciate that
perfect.
advice there too.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Awesome. So much fun. Okay, so thank you, Prince. Thank you, Paradox Fossils. Ooh, I love it. Thank you, Karen. Thank you guys, and Linda for your beautiful super chats. Really appreciate all of your support. Let's maybe take one or two more callers. I think this is really fun. Once again, guys, you can text the number on the screen to get notifications for these events. Oh yeah, I also wanted to mention too. Okay, my birthday's coming up. I'm turning 28. I know, I'm almost 30. I'm getting pretty old. And my actual birthday is July 8th. And a lot of you have emailed me and asked me if you can send me gifts or things, and that's totally, yeah, totally fine. What did I want to say? I do have a PO box that you can send me things to, so I can maybe send you over if you're interested in sending me something for my birthday. You can send something over. I mean, I love handmade gifts as well. You guys are fantastic with the soaps and the art and I love it all. It's so good. I also did create an Amazon birthday wish list. Didn't know you could do that. But if you are interested in sending me something or supporting me, I've got items on there from $3 to $30 to $100, right? So it's kind of nice, right? If you want to donate or give back, or you feel like I've impacted your life in one way or another, I've got an Amazon wish list that I can post in the comments below if you guys are interested in that, or you can email me and I can email you the link. And I think that that's pretty cool, and it just gets shipped right to my house, and then I can open them on my birthday. Yeah, and I've got, survival things on there. I've got Lego things. I've got inner child things. I've got, beauty things. It's pretty cool. So didn't know that that was possible, but here we are, right? It's a modern day society. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for your support through and through. You guys are really fantastic, and I really do appreciate all of you. So let's take another caller. Let's see who else is on the line here. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Hello,
Hi.
Elizabeth. Hi. My name's Andrew. I just wanted to say also thank you for all the videos you've been posting, and you're very powerful, and I always get something from everything you post.
Oh, thank
so it's
you.
great. I also apologize for the sirens in the background. I live next to a firehouse, so sometimes they come out. But I had a question actually that was kind of has to do with one of the videos you had posted before about the sexual healing and trauma thing,
Yeah.
which I thought was very powerful and as well. There was a point that in the video where you talk about, I think, the masculine side of some of the things you could be feeling. And one of the things that really struck me was, well, everything in the masculine thing and the masculine side of it kind of lined up with what I'd been feeling. I was like, my jaw actually dropped, and I had to pause the video for a minute to kind of just let that sink in. But one in particular was the not really, I think the way you said it was not really knowing what real love is or something like that. And that was the point where I had to pause the video because I had been kind of struggling with that for feels like all my life, actually, like just kind of not knowing what, and I'm not sure if you meant romantic love in particular, but that's sort of what I was kind of getting from it. I was just wondering if because I feel a lot of energy blocked in that area, just a lot of like, I just don't know what it is or whatever. And I've always been trying to kind of, open the door a little, or you might say, or, kind of chip away at the beliefs around that, or, do something so I can understand what, real love is more. But I was just wondering if you could maybe any advice on how to move forward from, I guess, where I am about finding out what that, whether it'll just come naturally or if there's anything I can do to kind of help the process of.
Yeah, absolutely. Good question. Okay, so so kind of similar to another question, that we had earlier, and it really comes down to this unconditional love, right? And not actually knowing what that feels like because you haven't been fully connected. And that doesn't mean disconnected from another human being. It really means disconnected from yourself. And by yourself, I mean your soul, right? So a lot of the time, especially with the divine masculine energy, we get, and I'm divine masculine too, so I just loop myself into that paradigm, but we get so wrapped up into this physical reality and so wrapped up into analyzing and understanding and accessing and focusing, on all of the moving pieces, that we actually get completely disconnected from ourselves as a soul. And if you are so analytical and logical about this physical reality because you're trying to figure it out to find the answer, the problem is that you're looking in the wrong direction. You're looking at an apple expecting to find the answer of an orange. You need to actually let go of looking at the apple in order to access the vibration, the energy, the feeling, the connection of the orange, right? You know, if you're
Yeah.
if you're only focusing in one area, you won't be able to experience another area, right? So just like I mentioned before to Nathan, it's important that you let go of that logical analytical mind. And the two main sources of unconditional love that I think that you should really start with, the first one at the micro level is self, right? The unconditional love of the self is really important. So first of all, there's two aspects of self and unconditional love that you can feel within yourself, and one of those aspects is the physical. If you have resistance or resentment or guilt or shame or blame or projection towards your physical human body, that you're never going to be able to fully love your soul. So first of all, you have to look at the rudimentary basic third dimensional level of self, which is your physical body. If you're like, oh, my feet are too big, or I'm too tall, or I'm too hairy, or whatever that may be, you're just in self-sabotage mode, and you're not allowing yourself to freaking just love your body. You're human. If you don't love your human, forget about trying to love yourself as a soul. Forget about trying to feel the unconditional love of the universe. If you're not first connected to who you are right now in this intrinsic moment, you're not going to be connected to the universal source, right? So start with the rudimentary, right? Start with the first step, which is connect and feel the love, the unconditional love within your human first. Okay. Then the next step to that is connect and feel that unconditional love with your soul, right? And that's going to take a lot of practice, especially with the divine masculine energy. It's very difficult to surrender this illusionary reality that is so easy to look at and comprehend, and really just dive into and melt into that vibrational frequency of the soul, right? And then after that, so step one, connect with your human body, right? Unconditionally love your physical. Step two is unconditionally love your soul and who you are beyond just the body. And that's a vibration, that's an experience, that's not a thought, that's something that you connect to emotionally, right? And then step three is really connecting to universal source energy, right? That God frequency, whatever you want to call it. And that's going to allow you to attract unconditional love from other human beings. But you cannot expect, obviously, other people to unconditionally love you unless you unconditionally love yourself. You are always going to attract people who are struggling with their own self-love, as you are, because you are just a mere reflection of the people around you. Okay.
Right. That's perfect. Yeah, especially what you said about the starting point with the physical aspect. That's exactly what I kind of wanted, with some kind of foot in the door kind of thing, like looking at it differently, and that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much, Andrew. Have a beautiful rest of your day.
You too.
Hello. Oh my goodness. So the whole the whole app just crashed. That is totally fine. Just to remind everyone, we are in beta testing right now, so be aware of that. I've got a question here from Lawrence, just in the comments, and I just want to say thank you for everyone for the super chats. Limey, thank you. Christopher, thank you guys. You guys are fantastic. So you just question here. I actually lost all my callers, so I'm sorry, guys. All of your calls were dropped because the app just crashed. That's totally fine. We're back to the same stream, which is awesome. Yeah. So when does my book come out? It's a really great question. It depends on if I go the full publishing route or if I go self-publishing. Um, essentially, yeah, I'm hoping that 2020 is going to be the year. I just got an amazing connection to an incredible publisher, and I'm hoping that it's going to go through because this is the publisher that I've really wanted. So if you guys are at home and you've got some pretty strong manifestation vibes, I definitely want to ask you a favor, which is take a minute or two today out of your day to just kind of send me some love and good vibes, and maybe just sending the publisher some good energy to say, you want to sign this chick, she's awesome. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna take the collapse of the stream as a sign that was an amazing last caller. I super appreciate each and every one of you. I don't know if I'm gonna do this every Saturday or if this is going to be a Friday, weekly thing. I'm definitely gonna be weekly, just not sure, when that day is going to be. I was just kind of testing out the platform. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'll throw in my birthday wish list in the comments below if you guys are interested. And other than that, have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Keep up the high vibes. I'm just attracting so many people who literally just awoken. You know what I mean? Like they just came out of this slumber like 2 months ago, and they're like, what is going on? Also, I have an incredible download about how to update yourself and heal and clear all of your past lifetimes on Monday. So, this Monday, I'm going to have this incredible download about clearing and healing all of your past lifetimes. And then tomorrow morning, Sunday, I am going to be hopping on for a Q&A. Just a reminder, you have to be a member to ask me a question. And you also have to be a member if you want to be in the live chat tomorrow morning. But everyone gets to listen to the information, which I think is really beautiful. So tomorrow's Q&A is going to be all about quantum, the quantum world, bending space and time. So we are going to deep dive into that, and I think it's going to be a really profound Q&A session tomorrow morning. So that's tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time, and then Monday, of course, 5:55 Eastern Standard Time or 2:55 Pacific Standard Time. I will be live talking all about updating yourself from all of your past lifetimes. And I'm going to explain it in a way that is going to blow your mind. I just had this huge download last night. I was talking to my wife about it, and she's like, babe, you have to write this down. It's so good. So, yeah, so lots of cool information coming at all of you, helping you on the ascension and helping you awaken. Because ultimately, if you think that my abilities are cool, you just need to look in the mirror and understand that you can do everything that I can do. Love you guys so much. Keep up the good work.